What's up, my doers and duets? Welcome to another episode of SportsCy. In today's episode, I'm going to be taking you through an upper body workout to improve your vertical jump. All right, here we go.
I'm riding spinners, they don't stop. I'm riding spinners, they don't stop. I'm riding spinners, they don't stop. I roll the pedal to the metal, then stop.
I know what you're wondering to yourself. How can you do an upper body workout to improve your vertical? Your vertical is about your lower legs. Well, that's where you get caught up making the mistakes that a lot of us, myself included, and others have done in the past. Focus too much on the lower body, but it's very important for you to work on your upper body because you don't want your upper body to be your weakest link. Reason number 2, arm action can actually increase your vertical up to 28%. My own limitations have been because I had a lot of power coming off the ground, but then when it came to that transfer area, I was like really struggling. So that's why it's very important for you to really work on your upper body. Number 3, the reason why I'm doing my vertical jump is so that I can be able to dunk in basketball. It serves me no purpose if I have an upper body that doesn't have the range of motion. So it's important to have that shoulder mobility. I can cock it back, I can even block people. Although we're trying to get better in performance wise here, I'm all about injury prevention, and that's why you need to work on the shoulder girdle. So the first exercise that I actually do is I take 2.5 pound plates and I hold them each in my hands and I have my thumbs facing straight up. So once I got my thumbs facing straight up, what I start doing is I start doing what they call V raises. So while I'm doing V raises, what it allows me to do, it's almost like I'm doing front delt raises, but I'm doing it with 2.5 pounds. So you got to understand, it's not too heavy. And then the next thing that I do is I do T raises, where I'm taking the same 2.5 pound plates and now I'm letting my wrist loose and I'm bringing it up to a T and then rotating my shoulders forward and then rotating them backwards. And I do this 8 times until I go through 2 rounds of each of these exercises, just so I get my shoulder warmed up. If my shoulder's still feeling a little wonky, then I grab dowel, or we can call it a long stick, but the dowel if you're ever in the gym and you want to borrow one, and then I just have it go back and forth so that I get all loosened up. And so once I'm done doing the warm-up, all I gotta do now is just hit the workout. And because we're gonna be working on our upper body, I got my friend here ready to help me out. Hey, what's up? Tell me, what are we doing today?
Oh man, we gotta get the games, bro.
Yeah, man. Fellow YouTuber right there is gonna be helping me with my upper body workout today.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. All right, let's get it in. All right, so that was a difficult workout, but got it done. We're able to see the benefits. Right now, I gotta go grab some food, and then after that, I'll recap exactly what we did and explain the benefits of it. All right, guys, so my day ended up getting kind of carried away. I wasn't able to actually get my entire full meal, so I gotta do it when I get home. But I actually have to get to my other job right now because it's time for me to work. But if we're to recap exactly everything that I did, I made sure that I start out with an active dynamic warm-up, and then I also made sure that I also do a shoulder warm-up. And then the next exercise that I did is I did military presses. Now, when you look at the military presses, I wasn't doing too much weight. The reason why I wasn't doing too much weight is because this is still the first week. And then also, depending on where you grab the bar, is actually gonna make a difference. So for me, because I was grabbing it a little more narrow, it was working on the upper chest, but also working a little bit of anterior delt. So I keep working on that. And then the following thing, I did an opposing motion. Because I was doing a pressing, I needed to do something that is a pulling. So I decided to do bent over rows. And then the next thing, I decided to do some side tosses. Side tosses is really good because it allows you to do on that thoracic flexibility. So that thoracic mobility is going to be very beneficial, especially if you're playing basketball or volleyball and you have to raise your arms up. You want to make sure that you have a very strong core core so that that flexibility and that mobility is there. Following that, the all-important incline dumbbell press. That was challenging, and I thank my man Tommy for doing the camera angles for me, and I'll also put his channel in the description below so y'all can follow along. And then finally, to finish it all off, I decided to do some Hindu push-ups. If you've never seen Hindu push-ups, they're one of the most beneficial body weight exercises you can ever do. It works great on your upper chest, works great on your shoulders, works great on your forearms, biceps, triceps. Pretty much it's a whole full body workout, obviously not including the legs, but Hindu push-ups are very, very difficult. So once I was done with that, wrapped it all up, and now I just got to figure out what I'm going to eat the rest of the day. I looked at my fitness pal, and right now it looks like I have about 1,500 calories to go. So what I need to make sure is that I need to hit my protein goals, and right now I'm about 70 grams of protein away. So I can do it with a couple scoops of shake so that I'm able to get 50, and then the rest of it I can actually fill it out with some meat and some actual whole foods, and making sure that the rest of the calories are filled with carbs so that my body is able to recover, and also I can feed my muscles so I can gain some mass and also gain some strength. Anyway, and then next time I'm actually going to be focusing again back to legs, and we're going to be doing things like front squats and such. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because I want y'all to be winners. Thanks for checking me out.